keep your eyes right here as we have two rivals ready for a rendezvous that they hope will wind up with the dreamland of stuffing their face with a delicious rack of ribs. Glad to have you with us in the Magic City, Birmingham, Alabama Protective Stadium, home to the UAB Blazers. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Memphis Tigers, squaring off with another team from the American, the UAB Blazers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Memphis ready to kick it off and get things started. And he's going to bring it out. If he's brought down at the 16, would have been much better off to take the touch. The Blazers offense will be first on the attack. Last time these two battled for the rack of ribs, Memphis didn't leave much on the bone. They devoured the Blazers.
Well, they destroyed them. They embarrassed them, and I think that's big motivation coming into today. When you have that whole year to sit on it and how bad it went, Jesse, it don't sit right. That rib's coming back up.
No, and UAB has had to watch that film over and over and over again this week. You know they're going to be motivated today.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Under fire. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop it. Backfield, so a solid pickup there. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got his man. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. The Blazers will punt this one away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. Little pressure on the coverage team there. They'll stop him at the 47-yard line. The Tigers' offense has its first opportunity of the day. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week, and watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick, the ball was coming out, just touchdowns at...
Turning it on! He gets it to the 31-yard line, a big play for this offense.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
He just got rid of the football. I'm not sure what he was doing, and they're going to get him for grounding.
Intentional grounding offense.
So the decision has been... and the coach will take the penalty. They'll line up for a second down play. Dropping back, it's Battle. Shoots it to the left. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Now on second down. Quarterback may change this route. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to go up top. Fires left. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
Makes the grab, defense right there, and they are set up at the 14. And the Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. The inside handoff. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Throwing right. He caught it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Memphis.
Big time.
UAB regains possession of the Blazer offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Let's talk for just a second about UAB. Great pickup on the defensive front. 3-star defensive lineman gives a verbal commitment last week, and you really need to bring good talent into the program. Maybe diamonds in the rough. At this level, that's how they thrive.
Oh, there's no doubt. And just some of these guys, they're not as refined, but they've got the tools, right? And so I think he's got the tools, and this is a guy that you can build around that defensive line. You need all the big bodies you can get.
On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. These two first played in football in 1997, but the rivalry goes much farther back than that. Gene Bartow took Memphis to a Final Four in the early 70s, started the basketball. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Breaks into the open. Defense trying to take it back.
You know, oftentimes when you're playing in conditions like this and it's raining, you'll see a lot of the skill players offensively take off the gloves because they want to be able to feel the football. They think it gives them control of it, and I don't know if that played into the football going on the ground there, but you know that ball security is going to be one of the biggest factors in this game moving forward.
Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. Already a solid start to this one, now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And this defense gets the first sack. And listen, it is so important to hit the QB, to affect the QB. Last week only had 2 sacks for this defense. They got to continue to put pressure and get that guy to the ground.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the first down.
And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Line gets set, first down. Motion from the wideout. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking downfield, it's Battle. Here's the pressure. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Well, this is huge for this defense because they're playing against a Heisman-caliber quarterback, a guy that can hurt them in a variety of ways. They better be able to get pressure on them throughout the course of this game. They did right there.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Wide receiver comes in motion. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And that will extend their lead even further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, every game in the SEC so vital to a team's season, and this one is no different. Texas stomped a mud hole en route to a double-digit win, and they did it outside of Austin city limits. That speaks to
looking for a physical attack from the gun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And the Blazers want to move quickly. You know, sometimes rivalry trophies really have no connection to anything like the little brown jug or the old brass spittoon. But a rack of ribs, 2 cities, proud of their barbecue heritage, rendezvous against dreamland and full moon. I mean, it doesn't get better than a trophy like this.
No, there aren't many trophies out there that you actually want to eat. Is it dry rub if you're Memphis, or is it Alabama white sauce if you're UAB? Take your pick. That is one good-looking trophy.
I don't even know what any of that means. I literally don't. I don't eat ribs. I don't eat pork. But I do know that that's a big frickin' trophy. And one of these teams won with it.
And I think on that last play, it's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll go to the ground. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've reached the break, and Memphis is holding on to the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. First play of the period will be a second down. Wide receiver going in motion. Back to throw. It's Battle. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play, because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Makes the grab on the big throw. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. The Tigers with the 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Hauls it in. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll move the wide receiver. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Gets it out quickly. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. Now the play fake. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. 3rd down play from the gun. Firing to the right, complete. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Memphis heads to the line with a first and goal.
Here we go.
Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Quick strike through the air for the score. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Working that left side now. Running to Green. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. They've been steamrolled so far in this first half, David, but maybe a little positive momentum to take to the locker room.
And I like you got the first down of the drive, so maybe you can build on this now. I would play with some tempo, obviously getting close in the halftime here. Maybe create some momentum, get a score here, and cut into this lead.
The Blazers in the hurry-up.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. They've got a third down and manageable from right around midfield. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. First and 10.
Base 27, jump. Base 27.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds a spot in the middle. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. And the Blazers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Makes the grab over the middle. Tackle is made at the 33. It's about a 5-yard pickup, and that'll be enough for a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again.
Come on, set.
They'll run play action. Got his man on the right. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, you've seen the last two plays now. This guy's versatility, and you've seen why he might be playing on Sundays in the not-too-distant future. This guy can catch the ball. He's a big part of their passing game, and he's a weapon and a guy that this defense has got to be ready for.
He's got his man. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Ready to fire from the pistol. Defense showing blitz here. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Snagged in the end zone. Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw. It's Battle. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can stop the clock. It's first and 10 from the 38-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his back in the middle. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. The offense will quickly use a timeout. This offense lining up now at the 48-yard line on first and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Back open in the middle. Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Out of the backfield, he's open. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call.
Holding. Offense.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Snap in the shotgun. Throws to the wideout. Finds space on the right. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Unleashes one deep. Snatches it on the right. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Blazers will kick it off to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Pulls it in on the left. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
Man, I love this offensive approach, man. All gas, no brakes. You got the lead, so what? Continue to do what you do. Find those one-on-one situations and continue to stay aggressive.
He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field.
Holding. Offense.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Looking for a productive play on first down. Dropping back, it's Battle. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. He steps out of bounds after a huge play, but hang on just a second. Defense might get bailed out here by a flag. Some penalties hurt a little bit more or a lot more than other ones. That one wipes out a huge gain. On first down, here comes this offense. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. He's looking to throw. Here comes the heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
Wants to throw it. Oh, they're after him. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball, all kinds of room to the right. Defense got it. They're on the run. Touchdown. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Looking downfield on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Morrison. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Ball is at the 35, it's 1st and 10. They'll give it on the counter. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration up front defensively. They've been able to stop him in his tracks.
They'll rest wrestling down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Looking to pass. It's Battle. Unloads it left. Makes the grab. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. This Memphis offense going to work again on first down. To the air on first down. Pulls it in. It's Knight. And good coverage by the defense. Just a short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They're dealing with a second and long. They'll send the back in motion. Second down, he'll throw it. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Snagged out of the air. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
He's got it and still on his feet. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Going for 6. Touchdown, Memphis. Fitted in the window for the score. That's his third touchdown. They'll get this drive started from the 29. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Safe completion on the screen. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8. And the Blazers are in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And this offense has done such a good job protecting their dude at quarterback, but the defense finally gets home. Listen, that's their 3rd sack in 2 weeks. They got to do a better job applying pressure on the quarterback.
Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Looking to throw, it's Battle. The screen, he can go. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
That's some great toughness by the quarterback. Hanging in the pocket. Listen, knowing you're going to get smacked and still being able to deliver the football down the field. Good toughness by that quarterback.
That's the end of the quarter, and Memphis has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Leaves it with the back. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Finds his man. It's Morrison. He's got it inside the 10. Mark him out of bounds at the 9-yard line. On 1st and goal, let's see if Memphis can get it in the end zone. Motion from the wideout. They'll run it on 1st and goal. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Memphis. Quick strike through the air for the score. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back.
UAB has the ball back, ready to send the offense out to go to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. The Blazers racing to the line in the hurry-up.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you've got to be prepared.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
When offenses get 1st downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
And the Blazers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
And this passing attack has not been great today. It hasn't found a way to manufacture those big plays and to scare this defense. And now, in passing situations, trailing, this is a tough spot for this offense.
Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. The Blazers really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the 1st through the air. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on 3rd down.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
They want that clock to run. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him, they have been gang tackling him, and getting a lot of penetration up front.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Sends it back in motion. To throw, it's Battle. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Trying to move the sticks on third down. Might be calling a hot route. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And some room to work. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. Memphis coming to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Let's go, let's go.
Give to the running back. He has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Nice move to pick up yardage. They'll get him down at the 48 after the 15-yard gain.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
Looking to throw on first down. Oh, he wants it all. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. At the 40, there he goes. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold it. Offense.
They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on 2nd down. 6th play of the drive coming up. Back to pass, it's Battle. He'll take the deep shot. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Everybody and their brother showing blitz. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his man in the middle. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And the Blazers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. Took a shot as he threw. And he tried to balloon that one in on the sideline, but it's incomplete. The Blazers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Motion from the wide receiver. From the gun on 3rd down. He'll get rid of it. Finds a man on the left. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Marking out of bounds at the 46. The offense setting up shop at the 46. 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Slings it downfield. He put it out there for him, and this senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He's taking a deep shot. Another incompletion on 3rd down. Well, look at this. 4th down and 1.5 miles, and the offense is still on the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's picked off, and another empty drive. Going the other way, and he's got room. The 10. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Tiger. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Wants to go up top on first down. Got out of trouble and throws. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left. Backed up now, here's second and long. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. One more play to pad the stats. Looking downfield on first down. And the pass is incomplete. They were going for the fabulous parting gift, but instead will just go home with a loss. Appropriately, the 100-pound...